Hello, friends. How are you? I'm doing well. It is my Friday, so that is exciting as always. Um, so today I have something really exciting to talk about, and this is going to sound really weird, but yesterday my doubts increased like dramatically. Um, like the like my inner critic became so much more loud and insistent. And I'm going to get into why I think that's a really good thing. So I'm going to share some of these doubts that I was hearing last night as I was trying to fall asleep. Why on earth do you think this will work? Do you actually think that anyone is interested in your ADHD ramblings? Isn't this just an act of desperation to be seen and validated by others? Do you really expect to have the same success that others have had? Do you think you're that charismatic? Wake up. You're wasting your time and energy. Nobody cares and no one is listening. And as hurtful as all of that is to hear, I think it's actually like a super exciting development, because the fact that my inner critic has elevated from just like nipping at my heels and like casting minor doubts on this whole situation and is now actively trying to get me to give up means that it thinks I can succeed. It would not be worried about me, like it would not be saying all this stuff, and it wouldn't be so loud and insistent if it didn't think that I could actually succeed. And if I succeed, things will start changing, and things changing doesn't feel safe, which is why it's there, trying to get me to stay small and stay where I have been, stay in my lane, where it's safe and it knows where we're going. And so the fact that it is like freaking out means that I'm actually getting somewhere. Like, this is so cool. I feel like I can actually look at it as a kind of like fucked up cheerleader in a way. Like, it may be saying all the wrong stuff, but what it means is stop. You're doing too well. We thought you would have given up by now. Why haven't you given up by now? If you're actually going to stick with it and do it every day and actually like research how to get better at this and like practice it, if you're actually going to like get over your fear of deleting everything so that you can make room for new ones, like it's obvious you're serious. Like, stop. No, I'm not gonna stop. Thank you for trying to protect me, inner critic. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. I don't want to stay safe that way though. It isn't worth it. It isn't worth it. So I think that is like, and it was such like a cool perspective shift too. Like, the minute I realized that, I had a totally different feeling in my body. I went from feeling kind of like down and like I don't know, like, is this good? Like, is this worth my time and energy, to like, oh my God, you're actually telling me it's gonna work in like the meanest way possible, but that's what you're saying. So when your inner critic starts getting its loudest, that's when you absolutely should not stop, right? Like, that is when you are like so close to getting somewhere. That means definitely keep going. And thank your inner critic for cluing you into the fact that you're actually changing enough You're doing enough to make it freak out, because that means that you are growing out of your comfort zone, literally. And that's amazing. That's a really exciting place to be. And on the note of changes, this is a bit of a different subject, but I told you about reparenting my inner child over last weekend, and how amazing that was. And something really interesting has happened since then, and I don't know if it is my perception, like something that's happening mentally for me, or if it is an actual physical change. But I feel like I look different. I look different in the mirror, and I look different to myself in my videos. I look younger, happier, and prettier to myself. And again, I don't know if like doing that self-love, compassionate work with my inner child helped release some long-held muscle tension in my face or something, or if doing that work just allowed me to love myself the way I am more, and so I see myself as prettier even if nothing physically actually changed. I don't have a way to step out of myself and be completely objective, so I don't know, but I like it. Well, whichever it is, I accept. Like, even if nothing physically changed and my perception is all that changed, that's fine. I am thrilled to like the way I look better. It's just awesome. And it was totally unexpected in doing that work. Like, that is not why I did the work. It's just a really awesome side benefit. And I have a feeling that the more I'm able to heal those past traumas and give myself that unconditional love, the more and more I will like the way I look, which is also a really exciting development. Let's see here. I think that's pretty much all I had in my notes. I did have, the other day, I have some foxglove growing in my yard, and I think I posted a picture of it to the community last week. And I love foxglove. I think it's really cool looking, but I've never seen a hummingbird at it. And the other day, I was sitting out on my back patio in the sun, eating a can of olives. Yes, the whole can. And so I had a can of olives in my left hand and a fork in my right hand. And which is why I didn't get a picture of this delightful event. But a hummingbird came and fed from the foxglove that's growing like right by my patio table. And it was there for like at least a minute, going from flower to flower. And it was so cool. I really wanted a picture of it, but I didn't want to scare it away from its meal by setting my olive and fork down and picking out my phone and all that. So I just watched it and appreciated it. And I meant to look up the spiritual meanings of both of those before hitting record today, but I did not. So maybe I'll do it now. Let's see. Oh, I did have a window open. There it is. Oops. I'm not very used to using DuckDuckGo on my iPad. Okay. Hummingbird. Spiritual meaning. Hummingbirds symbolize joy, resilience, adaptability, often representing renewal and healing in spiritual contexts. Well, isn't that synchronistic for what we were just talking about? I love that. They are seen as messengers of love and good fortune in many cultures, encouraging lightness of being and embracing life's beauty. Well. I just love that. Okay, then we have foxglove. I know that it is toxic, or part of it is toxic, but obviously not all of it is toxic if the hummingbird can feed from it, so its nectar must be okay. Oh, I didn't put spiritual meaning of. There we go. The foxglove flower symbolizes both insincerity and the balance between harm and healing, reflecting its dual nature as both a medicinal plant and a toxic one. It is also associated with resilience, courage, and a connection to the spiritual realm. Well, I like the end much better than the beginning. Let's not go with insincerity, right? Resilience, courage, and a connection to the spiritual realm. I really love that. And I just felt like the combination of the two, the hummingbird with the foxglove, was just like such a magical moment. And I am so filled with gratitude that I have a yard I can experience that in. I was watching a video by I Understood the other day, and she was saying, you know, to get out in nature if you can. And then she mentioned that access to nature, to green spaces, is a privilege that not everyone has, and that is true. And so getting to experience that hummingbird moment, even though my yard is also a source of stress, I definitely need to be grateful for. It's the source, it also being a source of joy, and wonder and awe. I get to feed the crows and the Stellar's jays there, and sometimes the scrub jays when they're in town. I feed them. Well, the crows eat kibble and peanuts in the shell, and then the jays, all the jays eat the peanuts in the shells as well. And it's really fun to watch all their interactions with each other, and like kind of the hierarchies and how they tolerate each other. Like the crows don't tolerate all the other crows. There are definitely some squabbles there. Maybe like two families, I'm not sure. But they never chase off the Stellar's jays. The Stellar's jays are like plucky little guys. They'll just like swoop right in when they're even a couple crows getting their meal, and they'll just like dive in and grab a peanut and fly off, and the crows just like kind of shrug like, hmm. And they also all seem to tell each other, like I tell them when I'm feeding them by going really loudly, and I can hear both jays and crows responding to me elsewhere in the neighborhood, and they'll show up. But sometimes one is waiting for me to come out, either a jay or a crow, and they will announce that I am outside with food, and both jays and crows will arrive minutes later, so they understand each other's language, which I think is super cool. I'm so curious about how they think about each other. And you know, I often think about how even nonverbal children think. Like, how did I think before I had language? Was it just in images and sensations? Like, how do animals actually think? And I know that this is like gone really far from where we started today, and I apologize, but this is just how my mind works. Yeah, so interesting. Like, how do you think if you don't think in words? And then, I mean, there are even like people that don't think in words and images. I can't remember his name, but there was a guest on the Know Thyself podcast recently who neither sees images nor hears or reads words in his mind, which I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, how can you have a relationship with yourself? I really cannot fathom having that experience. It's so fascinating to me. And it's even weirder that he can't fathom my experience. So yeah, isn't life strange and wonderful? All right, I'm wearing my little star and spiral earrings again today. I have my Bowie corn shirt on from KEXP. It's a local public radio station. I haven't actually listened to them in years, but I'm a monthly donor because I think it's a great radio station and I believe it should exist. Lately I find it too mentally stimulating with DJs and all the different genres of music they play, which is one of the reasons I think it's fantastic as an institution. You can hear like Bach and the Beatles next to each other and they sound amazing. Like, their DJs are really cool and incredible people. But lately I just need like mostly non-lyriced music that, like, yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Paul D Beats, PAWLD Beats, on YouTube Music. I'm his top listener currently, actually. He's like Viking music. And most of his songs don't have any lyrics. But yeah, it just seems to work best for my nervous system right now. But anyway, KEXP, I have a ton of their shirts because I've been a donor for years to the station. And this t-shirt actually I bought. They had a cleaning out their storage sale a couple years ago. And so they had all these t-shirts that somehow I'd missed in the lineup over the years, and so I bought a bunch of ones that I didn't already have. And I bought 2 of this one because I liked it so much. Bowie corn! Anyway, yeah, I hope that you have a wonderful day or night or whatever time it is for you, wherever you are, whenever you are. And may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be wealthy, may you feel at ease. I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.